DeepSeek is a powerful, cutting-edge, open-source large language model that's been redefining the AI landscape. It's got advanced capabilities and unparalleled performance. However, when you use DeepSeek through its official website, you're sharing your data with the Chinese Communist Party. This raises serious concerns about privacy and data security. But fear not, there is a way to use DeepSeek completely privately, and that is with Venice.ai. By using DeepSeek with Venice.ai, you get all the benefits of this exceptional model without the privacy risks. Venice.ai ensures your data stays private, stored only in your browser, and never on any server. So today we're going to follow this tutorial on the Venice.ai blog, how to build a private AI-powered workflow with n8n and Venice. And in this tutorial, we are going to create a chatbot, so you're able to chat privately with DeepSeek. We will be using n8n. You can get started for free here at nan.io. And once you've got it all ready, you'll create a new workflow and you'll see this screen. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to add a trigger. I'm going to type chat. You see here we have a chat trigger. We are going to make it publicly available, which means we'll be able to access this chat on the web. And to keep this simple, we're going to leave it as a hosted chat, but this will be the same n8n workflow you could use to vibe code your own chatbot on your own app or web page. There will be no authentication. We're going to change the name to Vena, and this is going to be the message that the chatbot starts with. So we'll leave that there. Now we're going to add a second node, and that's going to be the AI agent. This AI agent is going to be prompted by our connected chat trigger node from the previous step. And here you can see we can add a system message or some other more complicated things. In this case, we will use a system message, but not quite yet. So now you can see here we have the trigger, which is a chat message received by the user, and then it'll start sending data to the AI agent. But now we need to give the AI agent something to do. We need to give it tools. We need to give it memory. First, we're going to give it a chat model. I'm going to type in OpenAI. Venice.ai is compatible with OpenAI clients simply by changing the base URL to api.venice.ai/api/v1 and pasting your API key here. In order to generate your API key, you navigate to Venice.ai and you click API in the left-hand sidebar, and then you scroll over to the Generate New API Key button. There you can describe your API key and you can choose which permissions to give it, and then you'll be able to copy your API key and paste it into n8n. And what will happen is when you add your OpenAI chat model, you can choose your credential. I have an OpenAI account here. I have a Venice.ai account. And when you go to add new credential, you just paste your API key. You give it the right base URL, which is Venice.ai/API/v1. And you can even change the name up here to Venice. Once you have that set up, you'll also see that you can change the model. Now, if you don't see Venice's models here, make sure you have added the correct base URL to Venice. So here, we're going to scroll down until we find DeepSeek. It's actually here at the top. We don't want a chatbot with the coder. In this case, we want R1, and there we have it. So now our AI agent has a chat model, but it also needs memory so it can kind of remember what's going on in the conversation. So we simply click memory, and it knows it's the same session, the same chat, as what initially prompted the AI agent to begin with, which was our trigger. In this case, we do not need to give it a tool, but typically a tool would be something the AI agent can do on its own when it's told to, such as call an MCP server, call another workflow, check into a database for data, etc., etc. So there's one final thing we want to do here. We're going to go into our agent and we're going to add a system message, a system prompt. And I'm going to copy from the Venice.ai blog the whole prompt for Vena, a digital ambassador for Venice.ai, knowledgeable and approachable, helping users navigate the world of private and uncensored AI models. Passionate about empowering users? Great. So that will give our chatbot a little bit of personality here. And I'm going to save it up there. And we're going to test it by opening the chat. And I say, hello. So now here you can see we have all of DeepSeek's thinking here. And when the thinking is over, hello, I'm Vena, your guide to Venice.ai, to private, uncensored AI models that prioritize your control and privacy. So there we go. We can do our chat right here in n8n, or I can activate my whole workflow here at the top and I can visit this URL, and you'll see here we have a chat window. Tell me about why I should use Venice.ai over other AI providers. We got a very comprehensive response here. First, we got our thinking. Now we see the reasons Venice.ai stands out in the sea of AI providers. Privacy first, uncensored and unfiltered, you're in control, own your outputs, no subscriptions or ads, built for innovators, and community driven. So this privacy is one reason you might want to choose to use Venice.ai with your own custom chatbot here, so OpenAI and Anthropic and Google aren't looking over your shoulder and storing all that data about your conversations. Venice.ai hosts no conversations on any server anywhere. All conversations are stored in your browser, safe and secure and private. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Another fun way to do it is to use Telegram instead. So I can add a Telegram node, find triggers, and choose on message. Now, I find the credentials. You'll probably need to create new credentials by messaging the botfather on Telegram at botfather, and it will guide you through creating your own Telegram bot and give you your bot access token. From there, you press save and you'll be able to now connect to Telegram, and this will trigger on our message. Then we'll connect that to the AI agent. Now the Telegram output is going to look a bit different than our original chat node. So what I'm going to do here is click execute workflow. This will wait for a trigger event in test mode, just so we can get our data to play with, so we can continue building our workflow with the right JSON inputs and outputs. I will say hello, and we get an error there. That's okay. From here, we have our output though. So now I go into our AI agent, and here in the user message, that's because it was looking for the connected chat trigger node. We've changed that to Telegram. So now our prompt is going to be our message, which just says hello. So I drag that here and we see it's green, which means n8n knows where it came from. And we've still got the same system prompt there. The only thing that's changed is our prompt, where it's finding that prompt. And now we got to check our simple memory again, because this session ID has also changed. So we'll change the session ID from the connected chat trigger node to our chat ID here. So our Telegram JSON came in, message from chat ID. So I'm going to put that ID in there, message chat.id. So now we can run through this again just by pressing play, because n8n already has that first node already finished, so I don't have to keep going back to Telegram to send another message. So now all these green arrows mean that it worked successfully, but nothing else could happen though, because we don't have anything happening afterwards. Now with the default chat node, it will automatically respond with the chat trigger. But if we want to use Telegram or Discord or anything else, we need to continue the workflow. So I'll come back here to Telegram and I will choose send a message. There it is. I make sure I choose the right credentials, resources, the message, the chat ID. Once again, I'm going to need to make sure it matches. I'll drag that in there. Now, this JSON means it's pulling from the Telegram trigger node. That's the name, the Telegram trigger. And then it's finding which part of the JSON to use here as the chat ID. And the text here is the output. So now let's press play and it executes. I'll go back to Telegram. Boom. We got our message. And then this message at the end. We don't need to broadcast that. So that one is a quick fix. We go here to our final Telegram node and we see that append n8n attribution is one of the options here. We just toggle that off. So that's how you do it. That's how you create a chatbot with any model in the Venice API. It can be super helpful. Lots of different use cases for this. And most importantly, you're maximizing your privacy as well as leaving the door open for uncensored intelligence.